Oh, that was a good clap. That was a pop.
Super pop.
Got a nice peak on my end.
Did you stop and start again, or did you just leave it on?
Richard was talking about peaking on his end.
Oh, that was just from the clap. I'm good.
No, I know.
Wait.
The clap makes you peak?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Speaking of that, that's a good story for later.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Ooh, that's what we call a tease.
All right.
Getting titillated in here.
Titillated.
Gross.
Titillated. Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the CoGPod. This is episode 48. With me this week, we have Luke, Nick. Grim is out, but we have a special guest in his place. Say hello, Richard.
¿Qué pasó, muchachos and muchachas?
So we were just talking before we started that it's almost been a year. Like, I can't even believe it.
Almost.
Almost been a year.
Mm-hmm.
Edward James almost.
Yeah, a couple weeks to a year. We started the first weekend in October last year.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Well, we've never missed an episode, and we're at 48.
Clearly,
so.
we don't ever...
Also, I do...
Hey, our numbering's right. Check it.
Do remember doing a Halloween live cast, so it must be almost a year.
We
Yeah.
certainly did.
Mhm.
And we're going to do one this year, no matter what you guys say. It's happening.
Okay.
Oh, I'm for it.
If you guys don't like doing live ones, you at least have to give me
That's fine.
the live Halloween one.
We can do.
Okay.
Can do'sville.
I don't
baby
hate
doll.
them. I just don't want to do them like super often because I don't have time to put on my makeup all the time.
No, this one will be a really special one.
Special.
We'll save it. I'm not going to give it away.
Okay.
It'll be a special one.
Secret.
It's a secret. So, anybody do anything cool this week?
I was a fox.
Oh. You're going to give away the secret, Nick.
Oh, that was the secret? I didn't even know.
Yes.
Apparently.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Well, if I
What'd
was
you do
in
this
on the
week,
secret,
Richard?
it would have been all right.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I just had classes, so I've just kind of been doing that and sleeping mostly.
Didn't you say that you had an interesting story you wanted to tell us, or what?
Oh,
What,
you talking about the clap?
Yeah, what do you...
Okay, so you know how
right
back in
off
like
the bat.
yeah, I know, right? So like back in like middle school and everything like that, whenever you're learning about sex and STDs and all that stuff.
Oh, wait, in middle school?
Elementary school, bruh.
No.
Was it in elementary? I don't know. Whatever.
No.
But how they always like do that.
We had sex
little...
ed in elementary school.
We did.
Yeah, that's true. But how they talk about like how you get STDs and how they transfer and everything like that. Well, back whenever we did that and we were playing that game, I was like one of the ones that ended up getting like gonorrhea Hippolase
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
in each one of those.
That's an advanced condition.
I know, right? But no, it's like for some reason I would always be the one that gets like every single disease in those little games.
Well, better in
Damn.
Keep
game
your
than
legs
in life.
closed.
Yeah.
What
The-
game? What are you talking about?
It's like not really a game. It's more like they give one person the disease and then somehow you manage to spread it around to each person at some point.
In school, you guys did
Oh,
this?
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like an exercise to show how easily it is, how like quickly things spread.
Yeah.
You know, like one touches one and then they touched it. You know, it's.
I'm just going to point out that Richard and I went to the same school, and they certainly did not do that when I was. I mean,
Just
I'm not
sounds
that
like
much
an
older than
orgy,
you, but-
really.
No, it makes sense. It's probably something that one teacher did that was like, I'm going to show a great exercise to just show them how fast something can spread. They might not realize it, you know, that only if one person has it, then they can infect the entire class pretty quickly.
If you're a whore.
Well, not just
Oh.
STDs in general, like diseases. So,
The only sex ed we had, so they separated the girls and the boys out in like 6th grade.
yeah.
And the girls went into the library and we watched the episode of Blossom where she got her period. And that was literally all.
Fucking Texas.
That's all we
Wow.
got.
I remember like the basics in like 3rd or 4th grade, I think it was. And it wasn't like a super like in-depth. It was just more like general overview sort of stuff, right? And then I remember in middle school we had more, but then in high school is where they got like really more into it. And
we didn't even have like sex ed offered as anything in our school.
Well, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a school up in Oregon that like their sex ed gives kids condoms and says have fun?
Oh, well,
or something.
That's basically the outcome no matter what they do. So
Exactly.
may as well.
Yeah.
Abstinence does not work, children.
The only sex ed I got back in the day, or games that had to do with STDs, was when I got syphilis in the Oregon Trail and everybody died. You always die of syphilis.
I thought it was dysentery.
It's dysentery. You don't get syphilis on the Oregon Trail.
It was the special edition.
No,
I bet you could.
It was like a sex edition.
I bet you could.
The Whoregon Trail.
The Whoregon Trail.
New game idea.
Well done.
It might have been dysentery, and I might have been misremembering.
You did.
But I'm sticking with it.
All right, game programmers, get on it.
Whoregon Trail. If that hasn't been trademarked, we're doing it.
There's probably a porn. There's a porn out there that's like that.
Nick,
I called it a porn. Who says that?
There's a porn out there. So I'm sorry, Nick. You're gonna have to abandon this game project you're on right now.
Got to make Whoregon Trail.
This is what happens.
That'd be exciting. I'm interested now. So this week we didn't really do a whole lot. My kitten got neutered and got all his shots.
Your kitten.
And he's more your kitten, actually. He lives in Luke's beard.
That's right.
And so I go to pick him up from the vet yesterday, and all the ladies are like, "Oh, you're Phoenix, Mom. He's the cutest kitten I've ever seen in my entire life." And then they were like, "But we have to tell you, we had him in the back when you turned him in, and then we go back there to get him for surgery, and he's not in his crate, and the door's not open. He somehow squeezed out of the crate through the door without breaking the door open, and was just walking around in the back of the vet office." They're like, "Good God."
He's an escape artist. Man, I'm telling you, that cat is the best catting cat I've ever seen. He's crazy.
Ridiculous. That's why he got microchipped, because this motherfucker might just burrow his way outside somehow.
Don't give him a spoon. He just dig through the wall.
Yeah.
It'd be like Red in Shawshank. He Shawshanked his way out of the vet's office.
That was Andy.
Oh, my bad. It said Red was here.
Oh, that was at the end whenever he was released.
That was, Red got
spoilers
released.
Oh.
And
now that movie's ruined.
No. Red didn't kill himself. The other guy who lived in like his whole life.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking.
Red left a package under the tree for Andy to find, and then they went.
No, Andy left a package under the tree for Red to find.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my God, we're getting this all wrong.
Spoilers.
Wait.
No.
Gay. They lived happily ever after.
Wow. Building boats on a beach in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like Gibbs.
Like Gibbs and what's his name from NCIS? Franks and Gibbs from NCIS.
Like Franks.
That's how you know you're getting
Damn
old.
it, Proby.
Stop. Nick,
yes.
Did you do anything cool this week at all?
Not really too much. I've got some future projects that are kind of cool. I
tell me all about
ordered today the stuff to make life casting to make latex masks for Halloween. And I'm going to try and make something really gruesome.
Oh,
Very nice.
You have this thing for masks. Freaks me out.
It's going to be horrifying.
I'm sure. The ones you have already are horrifying.
This one's just going to be right out to lunch horrifying. I'm thinking about becoming a serial killer with it.
Out to lunch. Out to lunch horrifying. That is the most Canadian thing you could say.
It's so good. I can't not be a serial killer.
I mean, honestly.
I don't want to waste it. That'd be a shame.
Jesus.
Just start marketing him.
Yeah.
Marketing him.
You added extra
I think there's a couple extra K's and T's.
Way too many K's. Luke, you played a lot of disc golf this week. Anything else?
Not. Well, I guess the Destiny PvP or Destiny 2 on PC.
Oh, that's right. You guys streamed it, right?
This week. I played about like 3 or 4 hours of it and then didn't play it anymore because I just didn't go back to it.
Okay.
It was good.
What'd you think?
It was very good. It felt really good on PC. Like surprisingly.
I was gonna say I would be nervous going from PlayStation to mouse and keyboard on a shooter like that.
Well,
oh no.
For most people, not Richard.
That's just because I've never done a shooter on mouse and keyboard.
They prefer shooters on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I've heard that. I just haven't done it.
I can't imagine doing it on
a console.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how you do it. Like,
it's hard for me. I literally use the left stick, the movement stick, to aim instead of the actual like aiming reticle right stick.
Yeah.
So,
well, strafing is definitely a good way to fine tune your aim. You want to use your left stick to fine tune your big movements with the right stick.
Aim with a fucking mouse?
You literally use your cursor to move.
You have to use like all the extra buttons.
Or your mouse.
So the mouse that Luke has like 1,707
it does
buttons
not
on
have
it,
that many.
and you have to map it like to each specific game and everything.
It only has 2 thumb buttons. It's not like the Naga that has 12 or 6 on the side.
I'm just saying.
It's a G502, if you want to look it up. And I just have the 2 mouse buttons on the thumb. It looks like there's more because there's like sensitivity shift and stuff that you can do. But
can you hold it up so I can see it?
Yeah, hold on. But actual buttons, there's really not that many.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. There's a cord. But,
that's the one I
have
at work.
It looks cool.
Yeah, so that's good for
gaming.
The audio
it's like
listeners.
A gaming one, right?
Yeah, it's Logitech G502. It's got a really good sensor in it, but I mean, when you move the mouse, it moves your whole view on the screen.
Okay, so there's like on a controller, there's a moving control, and then there's a looking control.
WASD is how you move.
Oh, right.
Just
like in a normal fucking game, Amanda. Okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Just,
Jesus Christ.
A little click in there. But it's tuned really, really well for PC. It's optimized shockingly good. Like I don't have a super high-end system. I have probably mid-high. I've mentioned it before. I have a 970 graphics card, an NVIDIA 970. So it's decent. And I was playing on max everything except for I turned off anti-aliasing and VSync. And I was getting 75 to 85 frames per second.
You had no lagging on your stream at all. Yeah, it was fine.
And that was while streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of people have said that there's no cross-platform with Destiny 2 because PC gamers would have an advantage. Is that true, do you think, now that you've tried it out?
If it was cross-play, yes.
It would.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I definitely think so. Cross
part
accounts,
of it makes sense then.
There is a little bit of controversy right now with the aim assist in general. They think it should be removed from the PC version entirely because right now, if you plug a controller in, you still get aim assist, and there's a device called an XIM4, I think it is, and it allowed you to use a mouse and keyboard on consoles like PlayStation or Xbox because it registers as a controller, but the inputs are basically remapped to a mouse and keyboard automatically.
Oh, dang.
And people used them, like Dr. Lupo on Destiny was a really big one, and they had no issues with him using it. Like Bungie said, you can use it, compete with it, whatever. The problem with PC, though, is everybody has a mouse and keyboard. You can plug in a controller and use it if you want to, and it gives you aim assist. But people are plugging in the XIM4 to their computer, thinking, and the game thinks it has a controller, so you're getting aim assist with mouse and keyboard.
Oh.
And they had the same issue with Overwatch, and Overwatch just said, well, you know what?
It's not really anything you can do about it.
So Overwatch completely disabled aim
did
assist on the PC version.
It's essentially aimbot, really, if you're using it like that.
I mean, it really does give an advantage. And so we'll see how it actually ends up playing out when they actually do a full release. It's October 24th, I think, is when it comes out on PC. So we got a little ways. It comes out next week.
4 days for console.
Yeah. So it's like a 6-week difference or 7 weeks, something like that. I might get the date wrong on.
No, it's September 6th on console.
Yeah, no, I mean for PC, but it's sometime mid-October, late October. But
okay.
Yeah, I might still end up getting it on both just because I'm traveling for the next month and I might be really bored in hotel rooms.
That just means that I get to buy some clothes.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Got to even it out. You buy 2 of the same game, I get to buy some sweaters.
That's true.
Just saying.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I just pretty much played some disc golf and, had a good week, though.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so.
So, I sent you guys a link to this article that I'm pretty sure Luke didn't read, but everybody else did.
What?
Which one or both?
So the first one that I want to talk about is the one from Elon Musk, where he put out like a warning. Well, it wasn't just him; it was him and like 30 or 40 other people that are in AI industries, like warning about killer robots, basically. And it's not really killer robots; that's just like a clickbait title. But it's like AI in general for like in war.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be too advanced and humans won't be able to keep up. What do you guys think? Like, I feel like Elon Musk, whatever he says, we should probably listen to.
Yeah. Well, this is how the Matrix started, right? Like, machines took over. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Like the real part of the Matrix.
I was thinking of Terminator.
When you're in the real world, you know, the AI started to go crazy and took over and blocked out the sun, or they blocked out the sun because they thought it would kill the AI because they lived off of solar.
Yeah.
And then they started harvesting people as batteries. Spoilers!
Yeah. People kind of started that whole thing, by the way. The robots didn't go crazy. They were being nice and peaceful. The humans, picked on them.
I thought they started to turn on them, and then the humans tried to kill them all by blotting out the sun.
That part did happen, but they didn't turn on them. They just wanted to live peacefully and not be slaves anymore.
So, yeah, there was some kind of conflict that came up, and then the robots, quote unquote, rebelled, and so humans blotted out the sun to try and prevent them from using the solar electricity, and then everything happened.
Yeah.
Typical stupid humans.
Yep.
Man. But it happens in all the movies. Terminator, obviously, iRobot. You just can't give them autonomy,
So how do you know where to draw the line? Like,
if I knew that, I probably would.
You'd be a lot richer.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here.
I think that's what they're trying to figure out.
The place to draw the line is whenever we go past the line and realize that we screwed up, until we have to go back and fix our mistakes.
Typical human arrogance.
I know we don't ever do anything proactively. It's all reactive.
Oh, that's very true.
I'm totally for the robot lords. Like, I think no, I mean, it's going to be way more fair. It's going to be way more fair. Like,
true.
We're not managing things properly.
Are you only saying this because of that theory that artificial intelligence will eventually figure out how to, like, go in the past and judge your actions, and you're trying to just get
he's trying to start out on the right
good side?
No, I think humans are really shitty at ruling.
They are.
And we're really particularly bad at distribution of necessities. So the robots would be like, okay, well, we've got enough food to feed the world. We're actually going to distribute it. So we do that. 48% of all food produced in America is thrown out before it's even touched. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is really ridiculous.
And if they decide to destroy us, well, that's the next evolution.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that gets into a lot of politics and stuff when you start going into,
this is how it works. God created us. We killed him. We created robots. They'll kill us.
Please. Come on. Oh, man.
I'm a female and I'm like, when somebody says
but no, I mean, it's obvious that it has to be something that is done carefully. And I think that's what the open letter is basically just saying
a cautionary tale.
Yeah. Saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't put these on, attached to nuclear weapons to where.
Right.
I do agree with that part. The weapons, like, we shouldn't be making robots kill people. Like, that's foolish.
Yeah. You're just asking for trouble. Yeah. I saw also this week that they found like more Earth-like planets that are full of water. It's in that same system. The what's it called? It starts with a T.
I don't know. I mean, we talked about it like our episode 3 or something. It was way back.
Well, I thought you liked that kind of thing, so
I do, but I haven't like, I don't know all the names of them all.
Tetra. It's not Tesla. It's like something like that. It starts with a T. Mm-hmm. That system of planets. A lot of them have a lot of water on them.
Terra Nuevo.
It's something with a T.
That's New Earth.
I'm sure Elon Musk knows because he's trying to get us there.
That's right.
Any other comments on that? Because then I had one other thing I want to talk about.
No.
No, I
You're
think
good.
pro robots, please help us.
I mean, it couldn't really get much worse. And then there was this other article. We'll link both of these on the website for you guys.
Hey, I found this article.
Yeah, and you linked it for
Kepler 62.
Kepler.
You were way off.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
where all
sure it
these
has-
planets are being
Samsonite.
discovered.
I was
Oh.
way off.
My bad. So this one, Luke linked because Nick and I, well, and Richard now too, since he's been on session 8 with us every week, are watching a lot of scary movies. And so the article is about how right now is a golden age for low budget horror films. And they go in to talk about like how movies that have a lower budget usually end up being a lot better. And a good example is one that Nick and I recently watched because Nick told me to watch it, called The Void.
Mm-hmm.
And it's practical effects. And their budget was probably like almost nothing. Like they probably spent nothing on that movie. And it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best horror film I've seen in years. It had like a similar feel to Stranger Things because of the practical effects. It was super gory, super scary, jumps off right away. Character development is good. The ending was kick-ass. It was just amazing the whole way through. So I'm going to rate it just since I rate movies usually.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it 8 out of 8 stars.
Yeah,
Wow.
same here.
It's the only movie I've ever given 8 out of 8 to, besides Get Out.
And
Those
it's
two.
good.
It's so good. Especially if you like 80s horror. That is like literally a new take on it. It was really good.
Yeah, we'll link that article. It has a lot of it
gives
talks
some
about
other
a lot
good-
of different examples and why these
they're
movies
better.
are doing better, because it's more about character development and smart people, not people running upstairs and
Yeah, so another example they give about smart people rather than the bitch that runs up the stairs is that movie Hush, about the deaf woman that he goes after. And I loved that movie and reviewed it for you guys a long time ago when I first saw it.
Yep, I remember
So they
that.
mentioned that one. And then they also talk about how
Didn't
us dealing with these low budget movies paves the way for big budget movies like It to have super high expectations and be really, really good, because if they can do this well with no money, imagine how good they can do with all the money.
yeah.
So, and it's been getting rave reviews.
Good.
I'm
Yeah, that's
excited.
good to hear.
I'm not going to go see it in the theater because I'm too scared.
Oh, come on now. You got to though.
I can't. Clowns, man. I can't do it.
Did any
I'm
of
gonna
you
wait
see
till
The
it comes
Dark
out.
Tower? Speaking of Stephen King,
No.
the
No.
movie? No. It a lot of people who read The Dark Tower didn't like it very much, but I haven't read it, and I thought it was an awesome movie. A lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to go see it when it comes out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm
He's
scared.
going to dress up.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
so scared.
I'll have balloons and
When does
I
that
was
come out?
supposed to go see next week, I think, or wait, it might be the week after. It's soon.
I might see if some of my classmates want to go.
You should.
Yes.
And then tell me if it's too scary to see in theaters.
I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say I wasn't scary at all.
It was hilarious.
No. And I was supposed to go see Annabelle Creation, and then I just never got around to it because I didn't have a car, and I still don't have a car.
Oh my
Sorry, I'm
god,
not
this is
gonna talk
taking a
about it
while.
I know it's been 3 weeks already. I don't know
ridiculous.
if I saw any of these other movies. So they talk about the Invitation, which I keep seeing on Netflix and not watching it because it looks kind of dumb, but I haven't seen it, and I don't think I've ever seen Don't Blink. Did I see that?
Don't blink.
Nope.
It
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
sounds
does.
real familiar.
But I don't remember what it is.
I'll have to look it up.
So they talk about that one too. So what, Nick? Go ahead and talk about and rate The Void for me as well, because you were waiting to talk about it until I watched it.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 8 too. Like it's
Samesies.
probably one of the best modern horror movies ever made. And you know what? I don't think budget has anything to do with it. I think with lower budgets, we're just able to throw more dice. And, you know, once in a while, we're going to hit a good ones. But practical effects is the way to go, at least for
Definitely.
now. And I don't know if it's cheaper or not, though, because you have to actually build things for practical effects.
Yeah, but I think that CG like is super expensive.
Well,
to
yeah,
do,
just because
so.
of the development time and artists and things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
once you build the practical stuff, it's built. You don't have to render
And you
every
can
single
reuse
scene
it.
of it.
You can reuse it over and over again.
Yeah.
So Luke looked up Don't Blink, and I have seen it, and it was very good. So basically, the premise behind it is, there's like this group of friends, they go to this cabin, and everybody's not there. Like, they're gone. They don't see animals. They don't see bugs. And they're like, oh, shit, that's a really bad sign when there's not even any bugs or animals around. And then they slowly start disappearing one by one when they're separated and alone. It's kind of like they just vanish. So it's like Weeping Angels, but there's no Weeping Angel.
That's what I was thinking of. Don't Blink because of the Weeping Angels.
Because of Weeping Angels. But it's basically that, but without the actual Weeping Angels. I really liked it.
This is what I thought it was. Don't Breathe.
Oh, no.
The one with the blind guy.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what
Yeah,
I-
that's what I was.
That's what I had in my mind also. So
Which was also really good. And super cheap to make.
Have any of
it's
you
like three
watched
people
The
in a house.
Mist?
I have. I loved it.
Not the movie, the TV show.
No.
Mm-mm.
I saw the movie, though.
wasn't that Stephen King also?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That TV show is amazing. I was yelling at the screen on the last episode, and there were things in it that I'm like, if this was in a regular movie that wasn't horror, it would be terrifying anyway.
Oh,
Like,
geez.
It's really
Is it on Netflix or
good.
Hulu,
Oh, yes.
or where is it?
Yeah, it's on
Okay,
Netflix.
I'm going to look it up. Because I
It's
just
so
started
good.
looking for another show to watch, and I just started The Exorcist, which is the TV show based off the book and the movie The Exorcist, like the old school one. And I'm just done with episode 1, and it's really good. I'm liking it a lot already.
Is this new?
So, yeah, it's on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Hulu original or whatever.
Ooh.
I'll have to legally find it somehow.
Yes. Jesus.
Continue.
Speaking of which, session 8 this week, if this goes out before session 8, we're going to watch, don't make fun of me. I convinced him to watch The Craft.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't think
Lord.
Morpheus has seen it. And he was like, what's
Oh
this
my
about?
What?
And I'm like, really, Morpheus? Have you not seen The Craft?
Oh,
I mean, it's
God,
not bad.
I love it.
If you go back and watch it again,
started
though,
like,
it's so like teenage drama.
No. Every sleepover that ever happened after that movie, we all did light as a feather,
Oh,
stiff
yeah.
as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a
Did it
board.
ever
That was the
work?
thing that we did. And it did
It totally
not.
worked.
No, it didn't.
There's people
But it
flying
was
around in
fun.
the atmosphere to this day.
Well, no, but it was fun to pretend. Like little girls were like, "Oh my god, you moved! I felt it." You'd lied.
Just like with
just like
Ouija
when you do
boards.
with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we got some more questions.
Yes, we
I
actually
think-
have several.
Do we want to skip the Overwatch ones until we're all four here again? Because Grim's the one that plays probably more.
No, I'm
Nick
not
and
going to
Grim.
I'm not going to keep skipping questions.
Whoa.
Enough of you guys play Overwatch to
Whoa.
answer these. So this one I was saving for you, Nick. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
That Chaz says, "How do you all feel about real life paranormal and cryptozoological things? Do you think they might actually exist?"
Yes.
Yes.
That's the
Richard.
short version.
We all just say yes. What do you think, Richard? Yes?
I
They
do
exist?
believe, yeah.
Luke?
How about you, Luke? What do you feel about this?
Depends.
Luke's going to say no.
Depends on what the paranormal things are.
Damn atheist.
That doesn't have anything to do.
Yes, it does, because you don't believe in ghosts.
Well, ghosts don't come with God.
Well, I know, but if there's like, if there's an afterlife, that's a ghost or
It has nothing to do with that.
that.
It has to do with science versus
Not
mystery,
science.
not science. Yeah,
Or
No,
pseudoscience, they call it, I guess.
yeah, sure. No, I think it's possible. There are things that are unexplained, like energy forces and things like that. But I mean, paranormal can be anything from, ghosts to UFOs
Fairies
to yeah, like fantasy things. So it's a very
Unicorns.
broad subject.
What's cryptozoological mean?
Bigfoot,
Oh,
and that's actually a science, although not a lot of people believe in it. Have you ever heard of the coelacanth?
Yes, and it's actually real.
Yes.
what
yeah.
is that?
It's this monster fish
bottom-dwelling.
from dinosaur times that they thought had been extinct for millions of years, and they
Nessie?
found out. No, They found out a village was catching them and putting them in the fish market for all the time. And they were like, oh, it's real. So
wasn't it like off the coast of like South Africa somewhere, or like somewhere off the coast of Africa?
Southeast Africa. And I think they've found some over by the trench east of Japan as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I want to see one.
Well, I mean, I can look it up.
Google it while we're talking about it.
Yeah, they're super like big jaw, mouth. Like they look like crazy monster fish.
Giant tubular, super scaly.
Yeah.
So
there's no actual nest though, right? Like Nestie's not a real thing.
No.
Well, not as of now. But in terms of cryptozoological things, you kind of have to believe in it because all it is undiscovered species.
So yeah, I mean, there's going to be, exactly, somewhere
but
that we don't know about.
I think the chances of Bigfoot being real are incredibly high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, also depends on what you call like Harry and the Hendersons Bigfoot, or like just a big
I think
ape.
it's Gigantopithecus. I don't think they died out.
Okay. Well, you've done some research.
Oh yeah, I got loads
Canada,
of books on this, and
he's got
the Pacific Northwest is where they're mostly at. So
that's right.
He's got an exploration hat, so he goes out and he goes looking for Bigfoot.
If you think about it, it's true that we are discovering like thousands of creatures every single day throughout the rainforest and everything like that. And with how many forests and how large the forests are in North America and Russia and everything like that, why wouldn't there be a chance for there to be a Bigfoot or Sasquatch or something?
Yeah. Or especially in the ocean, because good God.
Well, I don't think Sasquatch is going to be in the ocean.
Well, no, not him. Jesus.
His fur would get all matty.
Yeah,
it's the Mersquatch.
Mersquatch. Vietnam's not a gigantic place, but another cryptozoological entity they found is they had always said they had pigs that were the size of pickup trucks. And they found that to be true.
No.
Yep, in Vietnam.
Is it like a Nissan?
I'm not well versed
probably
on
more
pickup
like
truck
a Geo
sizes,
Metro.
They're
like a
pretty
Chevy
big.
S10?
No.
But if something that size can hide in a little place like that, Bigfoot could be in large places.
I want to see this
Google it. You have it.
Vietnamese giant pig.
You have
thing.
plenty of options.
No, I want Nick to supply the link for this.
Okay.
They also have the smallest pig, which is Vietnamese potbelly pig.
Oh, they're so cute.
They have the largest and the smallest.
Like, look at that one. He looks delicious.
Don't forget to look up the Thunderbird.
Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's like a giant eagle that had like a 40-foot wingspan or something like that.
Whoa.
And the last one that was spotted was down in northern Mexico.
Chupacabras are real.
Man, there's all kinds of...
Sorry.
Well, I mean, they... Native American, like, folklore talked about the Thunderbirds, right? Like, they would show them and depict them in their art. And, like, Arizona and New Mexico, stuff like that, a lot of their traditional art has...
These birds.
Yeah, I mean, if... You can look at it, and there's a traditional Thunderbird kind of design that it's kind of based on. But, I mean, it's also a 9-speed driver from Innova.
Stop. I knew that you were going to mention disc golf when he said Thunderbird.
It's a good one.
All right. We're going to move on. So this one I was also saving for you, Nick.
There was another cryptozoological thing.
Huh.
What?
Thank
you for stopping us to not remember it.
I had it on the tip of my tongue, and then you moved on. I was like, wait, and then I forgot.
Thanks.
Is it the Jersey Devil?
No.
Anacondas.
No, those are real. Jersey. Oh, I remember. It's when I was trying to find names for the cat, and we were looking up like all kinds of everything.
Char lizard.
Yeah, there's a char lizard. And there was a couple of like Scottish, I believe they were, and Irish ones. And I didn't know, if you play Final Fantasy, you know about the Cait Sith. Like Caitssith, Cait Sith.
Yeah.
And it was it was like kind of a weird doll kind of little, I think it was a weapon in some Final Fantasies, things like that. But it was supposedly a cat that could turn into a witch. Or sorry, it was a witch that could turn into a cat like 9 times during its life. And then there was also another kind of cat that I'm going to have to find the name of that was all black, and it was thought to be a myth. See, this is where this comes in. And I think it was called like
It was in Egypt, right?
No, this was also in Scotland.
Oh.
And it was called like the Heller or Kellen cat or something like that.
I think that
I've
you're
heard of
thinking
that.
of Helen Keller.
No, it wasn't Helen Keller.
Oh.
God
no.
dang it.
Mythological beast Helen Keller.
Helter Skelter.
the Helen Keller cat.
Oh God!
And it was like a black cat in Scotland, and they thought it was a myth. It was like one of those where the black cat myth came from, and mythological. And they found out there was actually a real breed of cat, and it was like a Scottish Highland sort of kitty cat. And so you just found
That's a
Kate.
Sith.
You
I
just
just
found
found
Kate
a Sith.
Sith. I tell you what,
I really would like
Anyway,
a Scottish cat, though. Have you seen one of those? A
yeah,
Scottish Wolverine?
It's a scat.
we were.
A
They're
scat.
pretty cute.
Oh man!
When
That was
you
a
guys
fat
are
one right
done,
there.
I've got
Kellis
2
cat.
more things to say on this afterwards too.
Okay,
I found
Kellis.
The Kellis cat, Kellas.
So you almost had it with Helen Keller.
Shaboom. Yeah. And what are you 2 things?
Okay, Nicholas, go ahead.
Do you guys know of Conroe, Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Did you have to say it like that?
it's just
don't
just
know.
Conroe.
It's like
There was
New
a-
York City.
1,800-pound wild boar shot there
Yeah.
God.
for starters. But
Hawkzilla.
Right.
yeah, the other thing is they found a leprechaun cave in Ireland.
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, there was a leprechaun cave.
No, okay. I've read about this, and it wasn't true. It was some.
It's
Wasn't it
true,
some,
I
like-
swear.
It's not true.
damn it.
I've seen this too. There was a special on it somewhere.
Wasn't it some like crazy dude that was like hiding out and?
Oh, it's goddamn leprechaun. Don't you pay attention?
Uh-huh.
So Nick,
Yes.
Nick,
There's a pot of gold.
you don't know this, but in Texas, we do have a huge overpopulation of wild boar. So people go out in their trucks and just mow them down with like assault rifles because they kill off all of our animals. So that is a big deal.
Well, people go boar hunting, and
Well, we don't have to go hunting; they're everywhere.
well, yeah, but people do it for sport also, and also to control the population.
Yeah,
And you get a lot of bacon
gets out of
and
control.
pork, and
The other thing I linked this to Nick on Facebook was with the floods from Hurricane Harvey in Houston, like people ending up with huge alligators in their
Mhm.
backyards and shit. And he was like, "Oh my God, Texas, scorpions and alligators."
Yeah. But it's actually really dangerous, like boar hunting. It's probably one of the most dangerous things you can hunt.
They're
because,
very dangerous.
I mean, they're low to the ground, and they can just take your knees out.
they're
and,
super
and
aggressive.
gore the shit out
yeah,
of you.
they'll kill you in a
So
heartbeat.
most people they have to carry a sidearm with them also in case they get charged.
Yeah, like a 50 cal sidearm or 40 cal.
Yeah, or
Yep.
45, yeah, something like that.
Here's one of, in the Discord, here's one of your Texas piggies, one of the bigger ones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at the
We'll
size of
link
that.
these for us here.
Is this the boar you were talking about?
No,
Oh,
this is
Jesus
smaller than the
Christ.
one that they were talking about.
That is insane. It's
Where,
like
are we in Australia?
I
What
did
the
see
fuck
that.
is
This
happening?
is like Texas, supposedly.
Good
and that's not
God.
photoshopped.
No.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's real. I remember I watched a documentary on it on National
God.
Geographic.
Yep.
That's why we have to kill them so they don't get to be that
It
size.
looks like a buffalo. Like
The thing-
it's-
literally.
Yeah.
The thing about that pig is it's a hybrid pig.
That's
like
where
boar and what?
I
chupacabra.
Robot.
can't. It's like some kind of special regular breed of pig that they've just bred to become massive to feed people,
My God.
Oh my
and
God.
it found a mate, and they've had
Oh.
babies.
Oh, and then it's wild.
Yeah,
Yikes.
So,
Yeah, we'll post that up for
That's
your
what happens when you
nightmares.
play God.
Yeah. Thanks,
I
Texas.
like it.
Speaking of crossbreeding animals, I saw a post the other day that was talking about undercover corgis and how when you cross anything with a corgi, it just looks like a corgi trying to be one of those other dogs because it still looks like a corgi, but it's got like Dalmatian spots or it's got like
Undercover corgis.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
just call them bread loaves.
God.
Undercover bread loaves.
Yes.
red loaf butt.
Red loaf butt. I'm gonna find that picture Luke drew of a corgi
God
that's
damn it.
literally looks like a loaf of bread, and we'll link that as well.
Corgis are weird, all right? They have stubby little
It's
legs.
really funny.
It's like
I'm
a
just
barrel.
Gonna, hold on, let me get a pen.
No,
I'm sorry,
gonna-
I don't like
down.
corgis.
I don't either.
don't.
Corgi,
All right,
but
one of our good buddies
bread.
online has corgi, and it's adorable, Raina, but they're like a barrel on 4 little stubby legs.
Yeah, it's like a tube of sausage or something. It's just odd. The biscuits in a
Oh, my
can.
God.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're moving on.
Biscuits. No, that's when girls wear too tight of clothes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
is the
here we go.
Chupacabra from Texas?
It's from Mexico, as well.
Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
South
We have a-
Western America.
Yeah.
We have a chupacabra, like a mini chupacabra statue on our patio. His
Yeah.
name is Choopy Choopy.
Yeah.
Does that keep away
It wards off
chupacabras,
evil
or-
spirits. Yes, exactly
He's
that.
got a pot belly.
That's right.
Yeah, Chupacabra comes
Um,
along. He's like, "Oh, there's already one of me here." Well,
There's
why?
already one here. I don't even.
Well, this seat's taken.
Yeah, Satan's taken. Okay, we're moving on. This one also I saved for you, Nick, because you're out of all of us the one that reads the most.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, Carlotta C says, I've heard a lot about the movies and music and games that you guys like, but do any of you read? And that's only Nick. So,
That's not
I
true.
read.
oh, what?
Yeah,
I didn't know you
Richard
were going to
might.
be on this week, Richard. Jeez. So you can answer this too, but like Grim and I don't read at all. Luke reads some, but
I used to read a lot more.
So if you do read, who are some of your favorite authors and series, and what would you recommend? Magazines and graphic novels are not counted. They want like actual literature.
I practice Sundoku now.
So
Sudoku.
yeah, we learned about this last
Remember?
time.
Yeah, I like that
Richard,
word.
what are your favorite authors and series and recommendations?
Michael Crichton. I like a lot of his books. John Grisham's not too bad either. Then I also really like Anne McCaffrey with her Dragon Riders of Pern series and Dragon Song, Dragon Drum, and Dragon Singer series.
We have like literally all of those on our bookshelf right
Yeah.
now. We just don't read anything.
Before
Just
you
decorations.
said that, I was gonna ask if you were my mother because
No.
like John Grisham
Well, no,
novels.
all of those, all the books that were my mom's that we have,
Yeah.
like you just listed several that were hers.
Yeah.
And she's,
Yeah.
she would have been 60, female. Oh, just kidding.
Harry Potter
We know you like Harry
God
Potter,
dang
for
it.
fuck's sake.
because I'm 17.
Harry Potter's
Nick.
good.
What are your favorites and recommendations?
Well, number one of all time would be anything by H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft.
We know.
Yeah. M.R. James, another old dead author that was really good at horror.
Okay.
Used to be into Stephen King, but I don't know. I like the movies now, but I don't care for the books as much.
That's so off. Well,
I
I haven't seen a Stephen King book that hasn't been. I don't know his
They went
last
downhill
10 years.
towards the end.
Well, they've changed. They're not like horror. They're more suspense or
Yeah.
cop drama, thriller,
sci-fi-ish kind of.
Yeah, he does go a
That
lot.
kinda
Well, he
stuff.
always had kind of a weird sci-fi stint to his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like Tommy Knockers and Pet Sematary,
Cat's
Yeah.
Eye.
Cujo,
All
Carrie.
those. We can keep going.
I mean, yeah.
I speaking of kids' books, I like the series of Unfortunate Events. I like
Lemony
those.
Snicket.
yeah, I think you
Yeah.
said that one before.
Yeah, those are good. I used to read a lot of Dragonlance books, and those were fantastic.
We also have that whole
I was
set.
literally about to say those. I've got, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
I-
read them yet. I
I
think somebody
s-
gave them to me.
Stopped when they got to the part where magic got fucked up or something like that, and I didn't like it after that. So, but man, I could go on, but I think that's probably sufficient for now. Get reading.
Yeah.
That's
For
your
big
homework.
ones.
That's right.
I know, I need to.
I do have some favorites.
What are your
actually.
favorites? Besides J.K. Rowling, just skip that.
Rolling.
What else?
Dune is one of the best books
Ooh.
ever of all time. Frank Herbert. Very science.
Oh,
It's
crap.
sci-fi, but it's also politics and God story and giant
Anything
worms.
Asimov, I should have added to the list. You just
Yeah,
reminded
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Let's see. I've only read the first 2 Dune books. I hear they're good until they change to like his son writing them, but I can't confirm or deny that. Let's see. I used to read a lot of King and Kuntz. I think I've mentioned Dean Kuntz in the past about some of the weird stuff that he wrote. He was very King-like in his writing, though. Dan Brown, even though it's very cliche, and most people only know him for the shitty movies, the Da Vinci Code movie, and the movies were so much worse. Da Vinci Code,
I
Ninjas
like
and
Digital
Demons and-
Fortress. I thought that was really good.
Oh, that was probably his best one, I think,
Yeah.
honestly. And then Gosh, it was the other one that wasn't. It was before the Robert Langdon series. It was there's Digital Fortress, and there was another one. The cryptocurrency or the crypto one was the Digital Fortress.
Yeah,
and
you'd have to be a brave man to
like,
make a movie off of that.
Yeah, but yeah. Notwithstanding the movies, the books are all pretty good, and they make you think and things like that. And his writing style is kind of weird because he's over descriptive, but
Dan
it's
Brown?
accessible. Yeah.
Oh. Didn't you say you like Dean Koontz? Did you say that?
Yeah, I said that. You're not listening?
Sorry, I tuned you out a little bit. I get so bored with reading, I can't even listen to you talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I used to read a lot of Michael Crichton also. Like I read all his classic stuff like Outbreak in Congo and Jurassic Park, obviously. And
Reading State of Fear right now.
Oh, I haven't read that.
Orson Scott Card is a good author.
Oh, yeah.
There is one series that I'm really looking to try and get a hold of, which is no longer in production. It is Diablo Sin War.
Diablo, like
from the video game, yeah.
Oh.
It literally covers the Sin War from before Diablo.
So it talks about the 7 Lords of Hell and all that stuff. And cool.
And the battle between the angels and demons and everything like that.
Tyrael.
Oh, is that what that game's about?
Yeah, that's what it was originally about, yeah.
I skip cutscenes. I don't know what anything's about.
And then classic series. I think Narnia is a classic one for all ages.
Yeah, I like that.
And Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, yes.
I do have one suggestion.
Those books are so good.
I don't know who wrote it, but Snow Falling on Cedars is probably one of my favorite books ever.
I have never heard of it.
It's very good.
We'll get the author.
No, we won't, but people can look it up.
I'll look it up
Anything
right now.
else?
No, I mean, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of suggestions.
So we're not just dummies who play video games.
Just
we know about
we
books.
can read.
We know about books and stuff.
Name dropping.
I can read, I just don't like to do it.
Yeah.
You're
Darwin
not
also.
illiterate,
Read
you're
that.
illiterate.
Snow Falling on Cedars is a 1994 award-winning novel written by American writer David Guterson.
Cooterson?
With a G.
Gooter.
Cooterson.
Oh, God.
I did read some poker books. If you're into poker, obviously, if you're into poker at all, you know about Super System, the Doyle Brunson one. But there's one, Ace on the River by
Who reads about poker?
Barry. It's a good book. Well, the poker one is like, it's kind of teach you how to get better at like reading and odds and all that stuff. So
How to cheat.
it's not cheating. It's perfecting your art.
Card counting
I'm not
and
that
all
great
that
at it.
stuff.
I should
Yeah,
probably
it's
read
card
it again.
counting. All right. So we have a couple questions about Overwatch.
All right.
First one is from Maitre?
Meter.
Miter? Beg pardon.
Meat
My
tray.
tree.
My tree.
So sorry.
Me tray.
Shout out to whatever your name is. They would like to know, in Overwatch, who do you main?
May.
Also May.
God dang it. Soldier 76.
Yeah.
You're the only one that's not a main.
Main.
I'm just
Remember,
copying
it's a
Luke
mine.
anyway.
That's right. Because May is the best. Oh my god, I gotta upload that video.
Basically
when we
unkillable.
played. I know. I gotta upload that video when we played Nick, and I did that 2v1
Yes.
against Lucio and Widow.
Didn't they put out a video of her backstory?
Yes,
they
I
did.
did.
Did you ever watch
It was
it?
depressing and awesome.
I heard it was super
Was it?
sad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already knew her story, that it was all very sad, but yeah.
So go watch that if you're an Overwatch fan. And then another one of our repeat questioners, or whatever you want to call them, Salty wrote back in.
What's up?
So how do you feel about hero changes in
Salty.
Overwatch? And why are they doing so many?
Balance for the competitive scene.
Have they balanced May out at all? Is that like...
No, May.
No, May's
They haven't had to
in every
change her
way.
at all.
Yeah. The latest was Junkrat, Roadhog, Diva, and Orisa. Is
Widowmaker.
that right?
Mercy.
Widow. Well,
They're
Mercy's
going to
still
come
in
out with a
PTR.
Mercy one.
Yeah, she was
Diva's
too
not
strong.
out yet either, though.
Okay, so it wasn't Diva. It was Orisa and Widow, right?
I didn't know they changed Orisa.
Well, they changed.
They changed her shield. That's
primary.
right.
Yeah.
Well, they also changed her like projectile speed, I think, for her
Yes.
primary.
Yes, they did.
So
she can actually hit a Pharah.
hit stuff. yeah. I mean, I honestly haven't played that much, but I think that the Junkrat and Roadhog changes. I don't know about that Junkrat change. He already was annoying as shit.
It's so bad.
But
it's so bad with him now.
Making his tire
It's irritating as hell.
And be able to infinitely climb now and not have a cap.
But it's
Roadhog,
the double landmine that just is terrible
I know.
now.
I've been outplayed in the past by good Junkrats already with one, and having two of them. Oh my god!
Well, as a Mei, you can't get near him. It's impossible. Like you're away from him as soon as he notices you're there. Like
they just drop it on the ground and activate it. And
and then he'll throw it at you and activate it again. And you're halfway across the map. You can't get to him. It's terrible.
I don't know.
As if he wasn't annoying enough.
His ult, they need to reduce that speed a little bit. That is way too fast. That 20% increase, that is way too fast.
Yeah.
And the time extension for climbing too. I don't know.
Oh, I'm fine with the climb extension because I've tried using his ult a few times and it just felt like it wasn't effective whenever I was trying to climb over walls and stuff because it just ended up blowing up before I could get to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roadhog.
How do you feel? I was going to ask you about Roadhog, Nick. Once
he needed that change, I think. But I think that they should reduce his movement whenever he's healing because right now he can just run around a corner without you even being able to catch him.
Oh, my favorite part of that is if a Diva's detonating her mech, you can stand right next to it, and if you're healing when it goes off, you'll be full health by the time it's done.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I just stand right next to him to tease the Divas now. I'm like, watch this. Glug, glug.
That's awesome. I've never played Orisa.
I started to lately. She can turn things pretty easy.
Yeah.
I did hear they're going to be tweaking Doomfist.
Oh.
But I don't think there's anything actually in yet, but they're gonna settle him down a little bit. He's a little too rowdy.
In what way?
I don't know what their changes are going to be, but yeah, he's a little ridiculous right now.
It irritated me because they said Roadhog can't have a 2-hit kill,
right?
But Doomfist can have a 1. That doesn't make sense.
They got rid of Roadhog's hook, which is a skill shot to kill.
Yeah.
But then you can just get blindsided by a fucking Doomfist from decently far away.
Yeah.
You know, if you're focusing somebody else and he's flanked you, then you're fucking dead.
They reduce the distance he can do that. I remember that. So that's a little bit better.
That's good.
Yeah, but Mercy's gonna I don't know what's gonna happen when that comes into the real world.
They're definitely. I mean, the reason they're delaying it is because it was too stupid strong. Like,
what did they change? I didn't even know.
They made it to where she can fly indefinitely during her ult. She has a 20 or 30 second single target res now.
What?
It's just a regular skill.
So her ult doesn't do that anymore. Her ult now gives her like superpowers and lets her fly for the duration of it.
Shoots
and
super
she just fly around and
fast.
wipe people.
Ugh.
And it stacks with like Ana buff ult and Orisa's ult. And
she can heal or damage increase everyone while she's in her ult.
Oh yeah, that too.
My God.
It was a little broken, which is why they didn't release it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to 3v3 when the other team consistently always comes back to life all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that 30 second res is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anything else with Overwatch?
Widow got some changes.
Yeah, her hook got changed down from 12 seconds to 8 seconds, which I feel she actually needed that because she couldn't escape from anything before.
Didn't they do something else? Oh, they made it to where you can see your enemy through the wall if they get hit with the venom mine now.
Yeah,
but only you.
Yeah.
Also, they released her home, Widowmaker's Castle, there as a deathmatch map.
Cool.
Which the funny thing about that is she's the only character I've never seen in that map.
I haven't enjoyed deathmatch. It hasn't.
It's all right.
There are so many people that rage quit after like the first 2 deaths, and then people just rejoin and then quit and rejoin and quit, and it's, I don't know.
Stupid.
It's like that
It
with
doesn't
any
mean
game,
anything.
though.
Yeah.
I'm still in the 3v3. I really like that.
Yeah. That's what we played the one day. I was getting my groove back a little bit.
Yeah. It forces you to learn new characters. So I like that.
That's why I joined Rando, the Rando Arcade.
Heroes.
Yeah.
Somebody got mad at me when we were playing. You remember that, Nick?
Oh, people are just always getting mad.
I had a Pharah flying around being annoying on the other team, and I was like strafing on one of the new maps I'd never played before, and I'm strafing trying to shoot her with my fucking May icicle, and I just strafe right off the side of the map. And the dude's like, seriously? And I'm like,
well, the problem was he hadn't killed anyone the whole match, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So
yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm learning the map, and trying to get that annoying Pharah that you didn't take care of with your soldier, whoever he was.
Okay, you got it all
I think
covered?
so. We good, guys?
It's out of our system, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just let y'all go with the Overwatch.
I love
talk, 'cause I
Overwatch so
don't
much.
Another repeat questioner, Talia, wrote back in again.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to know, do we like to shop? What are your favorite places to shop? And do you collect anything at all? I love shopping. I would do it all the time if I was rich. Favorite places? J. Crew. I order there online pretty often.
What?
I just started collecting horror-themed Funko Pops.
Oh, which you got a really strong start, by the way.
Yeah, I started because that was on eBay. Like, they were, like, super cheap. And so I'm going to do that because we're going to buy a house next year, and then I'm going to have, like, an actual legit office. And so I'm going to have horror everywhere, like movie posters and Funko Pops. So I'm starting to build up my horror stuff. Mm-hmm. But I buy a lot of purses. I have a lot of sunglasses. Like, I have a whole cabinet top of the, like, drawer, just all sunglasses. There's probably 25 pair, like, legitimately.
Yeah.
And, like, 40 to 50 purses. I don't really like shoes, though, which is weird for a girl.
That's great.
I have, like, 100 scarves. It gets cold here a day. There's one day it's cold. I just keep swapping out a scarf every 5 minutes that one day.
Wow.
See, that's why we got to move somewhere colder.
Shut up. Do you like to shop, Richard?
Not in particular, no. But I tend to go shopping. Whenever I do shop, I go to places that I actually like to support. Like, if I know someone there, I'll support their store or something like that. But in general, I like to collect gaming stuff, like Nintendo stuff. Like, I have a collection of Amiibos. I like collecting Zelda stuff. That's really it. I guess I like to collect audio equipment. Yeah. Because I'm stupid like that.
Tech toys.
Yeah.
That's pretty normal, I think. There's a lot of people who like technology and collect it.
Yeah.
Nick's going to say that his favorite place to shop is Rage Quit Novelty Shop.
No, I wasn't going to say that because I just take things. I do love shopping, though, and I especially grocery shopping. I find that real interesting for some reason.
That's the thing I hate the most.
Yeah, weird. I like that. But I like shopping in all its forms. And I also collect horror pop and also Manekinekos, which is my online name, and also those little statues of cats that are waving at people.
Yep.
Don't you only have 3 right now?
Yes, I do. But it's still a collection.
You only have 3. How big is your horror Funko Pop collection?
I think it's like 10.
Okay, so...
But I don't order them online. Like, my rule is I can only collect things if I get them on a hunt. Like, when I'm actually hunting for them.
Ah.
That's hardcore.
Didn't they use the Lucky Cat or Fortune Cat in an episode of Sherlock? They had a little shop.
That.
Remember the little Asian shop?
I think so.
Yeah,
don't
it was like
remember that.
it was a clue of some sort. It was the shop had to do with the case, but I remember that's where I saw them. I remember because the little waving, the little
Yeah,
paw.
their little paw.
Yep.
They're so cute.
Speaking of shopping, if anyone goes to Toys R Us, they're having a deal. If you like Destiny, they're having a deal on Bungie Mega Block stuff, and so you can get like those things for 50% off right now because they're doing a clearance on those.
Oh, nice. That is interesting.
If you buy Pop-Tarts right now from Target.
Oh, Jesus.
What's the deal with Destiny?
I might have bought 6 boxes of Pop-Tarts.
He sure
Oh my
did.
goodness.
And, well, you get like 4
They're
hours.
the Destiny ones, aren't they?
No. You actually don't have to be the Destiny ones.
Okay.
You just have to be, they just have to be participating flavors, which are pretty much all of them that aren't special edition of some sort. But each box gives you 4 hours of XP boost in Destiny.
Oh.
And
God.
if you get it from Target, then you also get a code for a sparrow in the game. And I mean, it's a double bonus because I actually do like Pop-Tarts. So
That's true. Can I have the strawberry ones?
sure.
Thank you.
Because I have to eat the cherry because she
Okay.
can't. So I got 2 cherry, 2 strawberry, and 2 brown sugar cinnamon.
We didn't need to know that.
That's important.
Where do you like to shop, Luke, and what do you collect?
I like to shop
A lot.
a lot of things tech related. I used to work at Best Buy and just wander around there sometimes. I don't think I have any other hobbies or anything that I collect.
Really? Do you know how many hundreds of dollars you've spent on disc golf?
I don't think that's true.
God.
No, so there's a Play It Again Sports right next to where the chiropractor is, and I have to go there once a week. Have to. And
Hashtag first world problems.
And I go to the chiropractor at least once a week, sometimes twice. And I'm like, wow, I'm right over here. Might as well just stop in and see what they got in the used bin. Because Play It Again Sports takes, like, you can trade in old discs. And so people come and trade in stuff. And sometimes you find some real gems in there. You know, you get some good finds. And there are collectors out there. I have stuff on my wall right now that has some higher dollar collector ones.
Yeah, I see that.
I mean, not all of them are. Some of them are just more nostalgic. Like I have my first Ace disc over there and stuff like that. And yeah, it's cool. I like it.
You like to buy shoes. You like to buy watches. You have way more shoes than I do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I only have. I keep buying shoes because I go through them.
Yeah, because you actually do stuff. I don't ever walk or do anything, so I've had the same shoes forever.
Like I don't buy like different shoes for different outfits. I need new tennis shoes, so I buy new ones, and I just don't throw the old ones away. I should do that. Probably.
Yeah, you have like 7 old pairs.
But yeah, I don't really. I think like current shoes that I could wear in public. I probably have. I have work boots. I have disc golf shoes that are like trail shoes, and then I have regular tennis shoes. And then I'd have those little boat shoes, and that's like it.
Okay.
I think.
But that's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah, black dress shoes, brown dress
Oh, well,
shoes.
those don't count. Those are like formal occasions. I haven't worn those in a while.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready to move on?
I think.
Okay. This question is from Lazrich the Lich. Do a quick review of music apps. Like, which ones do you prefer to use?
Don't tell us
for
what to
every
do.
day, and what do you suggest?
Spotify.
The end.
Spotify.
Does anybody use anything else?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
Everybody
I'm
uses
shaking my head. I
Spotify.
got to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I signed I signed up for a Spotify Premium. I think in like 2012 or something like that. I mean, it's been a while, and I don't see any reason to use any others. I know some people use like Google Play or not Google Play, Google Music.
Yeah, Google Music.
Is that it? Apple Music, Amazon Prime, but it's just a selection. I mean, Spotify has literally everything except for I think Garth Brooks.
Taylor Swift.
No, she's on there. I'm pretty sure she's back with Spotify now.
Yeah,
Nick,
she's
is this
in
true?
there. She's in there.
Oh,
See?
she is.
All right.
She wasn't for the longest
Yeah, she
time.
wasn't for the longest time, but
Well, there were a bunch of holdouts, but I think the only ones I haven't seen on there now are like Garth Brooks and Tool. That's when I've gone to look. Other than that,
No.
shit's been on there.
Gareth Brooks, boo-hoo, but Tool, they should get
I know.
on board.
I know, Tool, man. I don't understand it. A Perfect Circle's on there. Come on.
Metallica
Maynard.
was not on there for a long time.
And Pussifer's on there too. I know. That's the name of the band. It's Maynard James Keenan from Tool. It's his other band. But I mean, all those are on there. Why not Tool? Come on.
Yeah.
Killing me. I have to use Winamp for that. It's like the only
I was about to
thing.
ask if
Really
anyone
beats
used
the
Winamp in a while.
llamas.
Winamp.
Yeah, it really whips the llama's ass. That's right.
Oh
I
my
still do.
God.
I use it for that. And then I have some like FLAC files that I downloaded, like albums I really like. I've downloaded like the high quality lossless audio codec, the FLAC. And I have those and I have to play those on Winamp, you know, when I get my good headphones on. I just want to like mellow out sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to answer one more question?
Sure. I mean, unless anybody else has anything to say about music.
No, we all just agreed on Spotify.
Richard's our audio engineer guy. I mean,
And even he agreed on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just-
I mean, other
so
people use
AKA
like iTunes and stuff like that, but I've never really.
No.
I only used Spotify whenever I was at my old college and about a year ago, but I pretty much just listen to the music that I have. I don't really branch out much.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
So the last question is from Morpheus, and it's a multi-parter as he always does. So.
Classic Morpheus.
Classic Morpheus.
Yeah.
So, number 1, what's the best superhero hideout? Number 2, which superhero throws the best post-mission party? And then 3, which superhero is the worst drunk? My answer is the same for all of them.
Tony Stark.
Huh.
Batman.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, I thought it was going to be Tony Stark on all
Well,
three.
Tony Stark is...
Because it makes sense. I mean,
He doesn't have a good hideout. He's got a building that you can see from the goddamn, like, everywhere. So that's not really
That's
a hideout.
true. But I
He-
mean, it
he
is
probably
the
throws
most
a good
badass,
party.
right?
He probably throws a really good party.
And he's probably a bad drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's RDJ.
That's true. So it's between Batman and Iron Man for me. What about you guys?
That's all three? Batman?
Batman and Iron Man for me,
All
yeah.
right.
What y'all think?
Who else has a good hideout? Just like
I mean,
Batman
you got
has one.
Yeah.
Superman is his Fortress of Solitude or whatever.
No, that's just
called.
Yeah, that's
Superman
not a
doesn't
hideout,
even
really,
hide from
though.
anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
What about Ozymandias from Watchmen? He's
Oh,
got that
yeah.
temple.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
Nick Fury has the Neg Zone or whatever that he can go to.
What?
Yeah.
I
Is
don't
it-
know what that is.
Is that big airplane they fly around in all the time?
Is that
or-
the invisible airplane?
No, it's literally
No,
like another
that's Wonder
dimension
Woman.
that he has a portal to go through.
Oh,
Oh.
That's cheating.
Yeah. The worst drunk I would have to say is Captain America because he can't get drunk.
he can't.
So he's
get
just
drunk?
bad at being drunk?
Yeah, he's bad at being drunk.
at it.
Literally the worst drunk.
He's the worst person that ever lived. Captain
Aw.
America. He's
wow,
the worst.
that's rough.
He
He's got a lot of
knew
heart.
Who killed someone's parents and didn't tell them.
Maybe it was for their own good.
Nope, that's the worst thing you can do.
What?
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
that's
I
off
probably know
topic.
what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't.
It's hard. I mean, I can't think of any like good layers or.
Yeah, but I
hideouts.
think Batman's got the best hideout. The Batcave, come on.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know
that
because
kid
there's
was
a
pretty
few
badass.
people that have found his little hideout.
Well, I don't think it has to be the most effective hideout. I think
as long as it's just
like
a good hideout.
the
Yeah.
coolest hideout, you know, like base of operations, maybe.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
go
know.
Batman on that.
Maybe the Dread Kandiru. What was no, that wasn't his name. What was his fucking name on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
so-
god, you guys! I'll think of it.
Sure.
Keep going.
I already said mine.
What was that show, that cartoon that had Brock Sampson?
Venture Bros.
American Dad?
Venture Bros.
Oh, I loved Venture Brothers.
a
The
good show.
Monarch. That's what it was.
The Monarch.
Oh my god, he's amazing.
I was saying the Dread Kandiru because that's the one where he like tied him up and hung him over the river and was going to let the Kandiru, go up into their
Candy.
parts.
The Monarch's cocoon.
Oh
Jesus
my god,
Christ.
the Monarch.
Any other
They didn't say it had to be a real. I mean, cartoons villains are villains.
That's
too.
true. I hadn't thought about that. I love Venture
Teenage
Brothers.
Mutant Ninja Turtles have a good hideout.
No, that's disgusting. They sit around in a bunch of
That's sewer.
shit.
They probably
Hey, they always
smell
have
terrible.
pizza.
Ugh.
Shit pizza.
Shit.
So think about that then. Cartoons, like there are lots of.
Batman. Oh, sorry. I already said that.
You did that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's all the questions that we
I'm
have.
sure we could have thought of something better, but I didn't plan ahead.
No.
Yeah.
There's no better answer than Batman,
Okay.
basically.
All right.
That's it.
Really winded down here.
Sorry. Did we forget anything? Go to the website, cogpod.net. Leave us questions, comments. That's about it, basically. Session 8's there, too. Everything's on the same site.
Yeah, you know where to go.
Yeah. By this, we've almost been doing this a year, so by now you should know where to find us. Yeah. And you did sing at least once
Hopefully
today,
there's
so that's
new
good.
people listening once in a while.
Once in a while. Hey, somebody go to iTunes and review us. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's right. Please give us 5 stars.
Come
we
on,
just need a
guys.
few more.
I mean, come on.
Come on, bruh.
I mean, I don't listen on iTunes. I don't know who does.
Stop that, Amanda.
But,
I always say it just for you, Richard.
bruh.
That's
All
like the worst word in the world.
Two, bruh.
At 2, bruh. Okay, well, we'll put it
Damn
there. So everybody say goodbye.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Did I
Goodbye.
throw you off with that one?
Whoa, Richard,
Whoa.
Jesus.
And that wraps it up for the CoGPod. Tune in next week.
For more
Bye-bye.
shit.